curious people. Today is a very sad day and we will talk about Prince Consort Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. Prince Philip, or the Duke of Hazard as the British call Prince Consort Philip affectionately, was not awarded this title, but worked hard. With dry English humor, he repeatedly caused laughter on the international stage, at the expense of his hosts or his guests. He once greeted Federal Chancellor Cole as Mr. Reich Chancellor, or addressed the President of Nigeria dressed in national costume, "You look as if you are about to go to bed." The diplomatic soul was certainly not lost with Prince Philip, but for 7 decades the Duke of Edinburgh, the man at Queen Elizabeth's side, was an indispensable support, solid as a rock. When asked about his recipe for success for this long relationship, Prince Philip once said, "The secret of a happy marriage is to keep different interests." One of these passions, that the Queen's husband claimed for himself, was aviation. Philip obtained his pilot's license from the Royal Air Force. By his last flight in 1997, the monarch had accumulated almost 6,000 flight hours. Nevertheless, the military home of the prince was not the Air Force, but the Navy. On June 10, 1921, Prince Philip of Greece and Denmark was born on the Greek island of Corfu as the only son of Prince Andrew of Greece and Princess Alice von Battenberg. On his father's side, Prince Philip comes from the House of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Glucksburg. His childhood was marked by many family conflicts. His parents split up early and had to go into exile. Philip went to France with his mother, but after her mental illness worsened, Philip grew up in boarding schools in Germany, France and the UK. There he attended the Royal Naval College in Dartmouth, and was assigned to the British warship HMS Ramillies at the age of 18. During World War II, Philip, who previously completed military training at the Royal Naval College in Dartmouth, served as an officer in the British Navy. In 1951 he gave up his naval uniform, because a fateful encounter 11 years earlier changed his life decisively. During his military training in Dartmouth, Philip meets the future Queen Elizabeth for the first time in 1939. The 13-year-old British heir to the throne is said to have lost her heart to the Greek prince's son during a visit to the naval school. In 1947, when he took on British citizenship, he changed his name to Mountbatten, the English translation of his mother's maiden name, and renounced his title Prince of Greece and Denmark. However, Philip became prince again on November 20, 1947, when he and Elizabeth sealed their love before God and the world in Westminster Abbey in London. With the enthronement of Elizabeth II in 1953, Prince Philip subordinates himself to the strict royal protocol. 4 children emerged from the marriage, which is considered scandal-free: Prince Charles, Princess Anne, Prince Andrew and Edward. In 1957 the Queen conferred on him the dignity of Prince of the United Kingdom, and in 1960 his surname was legally combined with the name of her family, as Mountbatten Windsor, a surname for lesser branches of the royal family. Aside from his royal duties, Prince Philip engaged in a variety of philanthropic endeavors. He served as president of the World Wildlife Fund from 1981 to 1996, and his international award program allowed more than 6 million young adults to engage in community service, leadership development, and physical fitness activities even in old age. The Duke of Edinburgh kept many appointments. On his 90th birthday in 2011, he announced that he would like to cut back a little in the future, because he was slowly approaching his expiration date. Due to health reasons, this self-prophecy will come true faster than expected. At Christmas 2011 he will have to undergo an emergency heart operation, during which a so-called stent would be inserted. In 2012 he was admitted to hospital during the Queen's Diamond Jubilee with a bladder infection, and in 2013 had an operation on his abdomen. But it was not until May 2017, after carrying out more than 20,000 solo public engagements, that the 96-year-old retired from his own program of royal duties, occasionally stepping out to support the Queen for big events. This morning it was announced that His Royal Highness passed away at Windsor Castle. He may have left this world, but will always have a place in our hearts. This is the end, and that's how we spent another 5 minutes together. Now if you want to get others to find out what we are doing here, I'll tell you very honestly, a share will not only help, but will also be greatly appreciated. If you want to be sure that you don't miss anything, of course, only if I convinced you that it's worth it, It would help me to subscribe to this channel, if you haven't already. Thank you.